Oh, hello there, my loves. It's me. It is I. It is Jim. Uncle Jimmy. Wizard Jim. And it's Monday, so I'm telling you what may or may not be coming your way this week. So, there will be another mince pie review this Wednesday. Something to look forward to, my loves. Yes. Friday there should be a book review as normal. As normal, I say. I'm reprising the weekly book review, my loves. That's kind of what this channel is all about, of course. Books. Live stream on Thursday? I don't know at the moment. I'm not sure. So if it happens, look out for this thumbnail. It may pop your way. It is a pop-up radio after all. I'm not entirely certain just because I've gone down again, my loves. My spirits are waning again. I think it's because I saw my brothers over the weekend, and whenever we part company, I start heading south again. It's inexplicable, my loves. I don't know why. I always get this whenever I'm around people I love. When I leave them, all hell breaks loose. But I'll get better as the week goes on, so it's likely it'll happen. But I can't promise anything, my loves. The other thing to say is that the doors of the Palace of Pleasure are still open, the Discord server for this channel, my loves. Link down below. There are many wonders that await the curious. There are book hauls from my fellow wizards who produce books out of the ether on a daily basis sometimes. It's quite wonderful. There's various other things. You can drop your artwork there from various wizards, like doing their paintings and whatnot, and we showcase them. If you're a writer, you can submit short stories for us to all beat our wands off to. Yes, various things, my loves. There's also this little cracker that first wizard Sephiros cobbled together, and it shows the backstory or the provenance of mine and my fellow wizard Chris from Liminal Spaces. The fact that we took a similar trajectory at the beginning of our channels. We resembled, perhaps we could have been brothers. We look quite similar, and then we became wizards, of course. But yes, isn't that strange? But yes, various things are there to be found. For Dinovember, for example, I drew a pic. I won't put it on here because it's absolutely sacrilegious, but I did a quick drawing of a dinosaur composed entirely of penises. Yes. Look, I'm feeling better already once I start talking about penises. Anyway, right, what happened over the course of the past week? Well, as I said, I went to see my brothers. But unfortunately, Sir Kirk, our fourth brother, couldn't make it. But so it was just me, Mitch, and Mark the Blade. But so Blade had to come and pick me up. I don't have a motor carriage anymore, so he had to pick me up. He had to drive all the way from Reading, pick me up, and then we went down to Plymouth then to Mitch's place. On the way, my loves, I mean, I was drinking beer in the car, of course. I was. But we were going down the dual carriageway, and I had to call 999, my loves, which is the emergency number over here in Britain. And I had to call upon the advice of a police person. I think it's a woman. No, it was a man. Because we saw something very curious at the side of the road in one of the laybys. There was a car with its hazard lights on, and a gentleman stood before his car waving his phone light around as though he needed assistance. Unfortunately, of course, on the dual carriageway, we're doing 70 miles an hour. By the time we saw him, we were gone. You can't stop on a dual carriageway, my love. So quickly got on my phone, dialed 999. I had to muster all of my powers not to sound completely smashed. I wasn't, of course. I wasn't too bad. I only had a couple of beers. But yes, I described what had happened. And they said thank you and all of that. It took all of my details then. They wanted to know the address of Wizard Jim, which I thought was a little naughty. But anyway, I haven't heard anything about it. But after I got off the call, I was thinking, this chap was waving his phone around. If he could have called for assistance himself. So what was going on? Perhaps he was flagging us down for a spot of dogging. It's possible. These things happen, my loves. But anyway, that was an adventure. But we had a lovely time. We played some old video games and a couple of board games, and a particularly good one was based on the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring. And so the gaming board was a book, and each page was another level we had to complete that related to the story itself. And so every time we only did 2 chapters. It always takes us forever to do these things, but every time we did a chapter, there would be the television was there, and we'd put up some clips relating to that part, which was quite wonderful. For example, the Council of Elrond. We watched that, the extended version of that. It was so wonderful, my love. But anyway, yes, once Kurt comes back into the fold the next time, we shall try to do the whole lot in one go. That will be really, really fun. Yes. The other thing that happened is that I was accosted by my 6-year-old niece, and because I happened to have long hair, she thought I was a girl that could be experimented upon, and so she did various arcane things to me, put my hair up in various things. She filed my nails inexpertly, put some lip blusher on me, things like that, things of that nature. She was also very scathing about my appearance and told me that I should shave my beard off, that I generally look terrible. I think she said, was it terrible? I think she said I look terrible. And something else as well. Oh yeah, she said she didn't like my cardigan or my jumper either. Yeah, she is evil Heidi. Yes. But anyway, we parted on good terms. I received this treatment twice, my loves. Are you doing
you
my
need
nails?
to take a picture of yourself. Yeah. When you're finished.
Okay, what else? Cheese calendar. So every year I get a cheese advent calendar to mark the days off to Christmas Day.
Want to smell my cheese, mother?
And in each door, there's a nice little bit of cheese that I can nibble upon each day.
I've got cheese! This is cheese!
Unfortunately, I haven't been able to find this anywhere. I've searched high and low for the devil, couldn't find it, so I've made my own one. So this morning, I got 3 blocks of my favourite cheese, and chopped the devil up into segments, and my wife Vanessa has kindly wrapped them all up into tin foil, so every day I can have some cheese. This morning I had a very nice extra mature cheddar. The other 2 is an applewood smoked cheddar, and what was the other one? It was a kind of Mexican spiced cheddar, various chilies and whatnot in the mix. But anyway, I thought you'd all need to know that. You would love to know about that, so I'm telling you. Okay, one last thing. Let's do an update on my writing, my love. So if you remember, last week I told you I've gone up to 31,000 words. Well, a week later, I've gone up to 33,000 words. I've only done 2,000 words in the last week, which is absolutely shambolic. When I did the first draft of the first book, Brown Road Blues, I was doing 3,000 words a day. So I wrote the whole thing in a month. But I've got too much going on, so I can't really do that. So I'm just doing a bit here and there where I can. But as ever, let me read you a little, one paragraph of the last thing I wrote, or the last page I wrote. So this is very rough around the edges, but I had to come up with a character, a jailer, because our hero he's been sent to the local lockup. I won't tell you why. That's a spoiler, my loves. But anyway, here we go. This chap is called Meacham Hardspeckle. Okay, so Meacham Hardspeckle was Spinet Hill's chief jailer, a man Tarek had spent almost as much time with over the years as he had his own late mother, God's rest her soul. He was a jovial chap with a sizable gut that overhung his leather belt by a good foot or more. He wore his ring of keys at his hip and jangled them continuously from dusk till dawn. A seasoned drinker himself, his face was a beleaguered network of burst capillaries. His nose resembled a strawberry that had been that had received a thorough battering by a blind ferret. Now, these are just ideas. I'm just doing little bits that might inform his character. It won't read like that when I finish, but I was just trying to pop a few things in there to see what sticks and what might not. But anyway, yes, there we are. I do like the idea of a nose that resembles a ferret-attacked strawberry. Anyway, I think that might be all. That might be all. That's all. Right, okay, so see you on Wednesday for a mince pie review. See you on Friday for a book review, if I can be asked. Cheat. And maybe a live stream on Thursday, but we'll see. Just keep your eyes peeled, my loves. I may pop my wand out, and we can all have a nice fun game of wandage. Anyway, until next time, my loves. Cheerio.